Greetings. This is Brother Eric. Hope all is well. Let's see. A very short presentation here, and we're just going to make sure that it's live. It works. It's the first time this YouTube live that I'm on here. So what's going on with the pick for the shop? I don't know. What's going on with the contract? I don't know. I really don't. We were supposed to have some type of information, pick sheets or something to the president Tuesday afternoon, hopefully no later than Wednesday. Nothing. President Pennie, Vice President Mark had a secret meeting with Manager Moda. So myself and Brother Lamont were not allowed in that meeting. I emailed them and said, could you please tell us what was discussed? Of course, I don't get a response. Contract, nothing was said about it. One of our brothers, Brother Martin, brought it up at the executive board meeting, and the president said, yeah, we'll talk about it at the new business portion of the meeting. Well, they adjourned the meeting. There was nothing discussed. It's bad. This is not good. The executive board meeting. This is a privilege I have, being an elected leader and officer. It lets me see our union officials with their masks off. And I'm going to tell you what I see is ugly as hell, the stuff of nightmares. Every month, I see Pennie, Mark, and the rubber stamp business union super soldiers laugh at and talk mess about members behind their backs. They don't want to help us. They want to help themselves, especially to our dues money. They don't use our dues money to educate and pay the officers and stewards to educate and organize the members. They use it for sports. Stress relief. Parties. Union activities. And trips to Las Vegas and other resorts. Networking. When they talk about our cases, they sound exactly like CTA mismanagers. It's so frustrating because they're supposed to be our allies. We pay them for this, not to be our opponents. And when I'm in these meetings, I complain about their jacked up priorities. And they just blow me off. In these meetings, the members come and plead their case, and then they send them away. Because when they send them through the door, most of them, they're lying. They accuse them of lying. And I'm like, well, why don't you just bring that up to the member? Why do we have to send them away? You think they're lying? Tell them that. Why do we have to talk about these poor people who give their lives to the city of Chicago and pay dues? We're not, but most of them pay dues. We talk behind their backs. Let them hear our deliberations and let us question them. They don't have to go away. What are you afraid of? You afraid they're going to get mad and take revenge? I think so, because the way you're going about this stuff is really crooked. But when I complain, and sometimes other officers complain about mismanagers who lie, and how we need to organize action like a real union, they get angry. Even during our shop pick meeting, Pennie and Mark were so accommodating to these evil mismanagers. They're putting more responsibilities on the workers and justifying unsafe working conditions. Sending yard inspectors out by themselves. It should be two people. You don't send a person out in the yard by themselves, all that third rail and the rail cars moving around. You don't even have radios. You don't even give them radios. And then they tell them, oh, call me on your cell phone. Really? Hey, we know what happens when the managers don't like you and you use your cell phone. They write you up with 2-year safety violation. Even if you're on lunch. What really floored me in this pick meeting, this was my first pick meeting. What really floored me is how the GM who tried to have me arrested while I was on union time kept interrupting me and lying about our contract, saying we need 2 yard inspectors. It says right here in the contract. She said, no, that's not what that's for. That's for that. I said, no, it is what it is. It says an interior and an exterior, and we got 2 separate bulletins, 2 separate jobs. Pennie and Mark didn't say anything. And then when I had to blast that wretched GM, telling her to be quiet while I was talking, she just kept interrupting me. Pennie got on my case to be quiet. Now, mind you, the same GM also lied on Pennie when his GM was taking down flyers that I put up in a break room at Kimball's shop. And said the president approved her to take it down because it's not official. I said, how's it not official? I'm an official union official putting up official flyers and newsletters. What are you talking about? It's unfair labor practice. Stop it. And of course, when I called the president, she said, no, I never told her that. You can put them up. We worked it out. But this same GM lied on Pennie. And this same GM hit me with 2 safety violations when I requested information about quality inspection reports during my lunch break. Why would any union president do that kind of crap? I mean, she was more like a referee or a marriage counselor. Definitely not an advocate for the workers and not for me as a rep. I could have said a whole bunch of things to her and Mark in front of the management about why are you kissing their butt? Our assistant board member, Brother Lamont, had some fire and it was really good. And I made sure I supported him. And I said so. Of course, he didn't support me. He won't ever do that. But I don't do it. I don't do what I do for support. But it's just strange, though, that a union president and vice president are not going to back me up on the contract. They're not going to back me up on issues of safety. You know, accommodating the management, say, yeah, well, okay, well, maybe we could deal with some of these safety issues in July or something. Like, no, we deal with it now. It's the pick. Manager saying, oh, we don't have enough people. We don't have enough people. Well, hire more people, man. Make the job better so you can recruit people and they'll stay. Give them paid sick days so you don't fire people because they get sick and stupid stuff. Moreover, Pennie and Mark got this weird fetish about punishing members who they think support me. Mark is especially rude to a fellow union rep, Brother Martin Gallardo. And I'm being public about this because this is a good union rep. I never met a union rep that is so diligent and so caring for the members as Brother Martin. Now, he doesn't agree with everything I say and do. Brother Martin's his own man. But we find common ground for the betterment of the members. And that's what I like about the brother. We can talk straight with each other and disagree, And he doesn't cop an attitude with me. I don't cop an attitude with him. But it seems for Vice President Mark, that ain't good enough. He needs a rubber stamp. But you see, he doesn't understand that Martin ain't nobody's rubber or stamp. Now, everything I'm telling you tonight, this may lead to them putting more charges on me. Retaliation, possibly attempted murder. They definitely want me fired. But I just can't be silent anymore. They do a whole lot of crap on our dime. And the CTA mismanagement is very pleased with having such great representation at Local 308. These Mark and Pennie and their rubber stamp business union boss loving whatnots, they hate protests. They hate the word strike. They hate full-time jobs for all, two-person crews, a real apprentice program, proper tools and equipment. I see it. I hear it. I know it. With so many members that hate and want to decertify our union, with so many trackmen, they might be on their way out. With so many, we can't keep pretending that things are going to get better, brothers and sisters. It's ATU Local 241, ATU Local 308. People hate this union, and they hate and mistrust the leadership. We can't ignore this anymore. The next contract is going to be worse than this last one. They got 40-hour part-time jobs in that one and 3 pages of some fitness for duty bull crap. What's next? 6% raises, 12% raises, BS? You know it's got to be 33, no less. What's good for Dorville Carter is good for us. And in this last board meeting, we didn't even get updates about the contract. Brothers and sisters, we must throw Mark and Pennie and their loyalists out of office. We must put Section 222 charges on them for all of the things that they're doing, because we're dying. Operators are falling apart. CAs are scared for their lives, packing guns. Repairmen getting burned and cut, falling into pits, and jacks messed up, don't have the right tools, Craigslist laptop computers to troubleshoot multi-million-dollar trains. Clerks not getting their night premium, janitors, trackmen paid 85% operator rate. I could go on and on. Supervisor relay, switchman tricks being cut, going here, going there. Towerman. Why in the world are operators selecting routes at terminals? That's a towerman's job. Causing delays and unnecessary accidents. Signal overrun. Brothers and sisters, if it means electing me to be president and that will motivate you to join back with the union, opt in, you will stand up and hold our leadership accountable, me included, then that's what we got to do. Wake up. Take control of your union. It's yours. It ain't Mark and Pennie's. Our union has been taken hostage by the CTA. I'm calling you to join me in liberating it from our employer and giving it back to the members. Peace.